Now those guys are playing the dreaded double pivot,
Yeah.
right? So, but if you watch today, I mean, so when we talk about it with Pineda, the double pivot, Pineda's version of the double pivot is supposed to be one guy going forward, one guy, hanging out back, right? They played left-right, and that's how they always went. The bubble hockey was still in place, right? So they never could go across, right? So what would happen was, right, so one of the guys would go forward.
Bubble hockey.
Yeah, and then if you played on the other side, like the guy who was back, if he was the left of the double pivot, right, he would stay on the left, and he would literally leave the right side open. I mean, it was the most asinine thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you watch today, right, suddenly Sleece and Cleese were not playing left-right. It was one guy going forward and the other guy back, and as soon as the guy who was back was going ball side and the other guy was rotating in, and they were switching left and right the whole time. A true double pivot, Mikey Dobbs.
Ah. In terms of true pronunciation, I think I heard Jason Longshore today.
Are we butchering Cleese?
We are evident, which I have been forever. I think it's click.
Click.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, like
Click.
Clicking a mouse.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Apologize,
I learned that today on the preseason announcement, assuming Jason Longshore has studied up how to pronounce people's names.
Oh my goodness, were they actually doing it right, Mikey Dobbs? And you saw at times Click got all the way up their box, and the same thing with Sleece, sometimes all the way up to their box. And we would have this last year. Occasionally their two midfielders would be all the way up to the box together, and when we lost the ball, the midfield was like parting of the seas. Today, every time Click went forward, right, then Sleece was back and vice versa. I mean, and if you do that and they actually can master that, right, then now Al Marone and Miranchuk, and you saw it today, all of those guys were willing to come back. Miranchuk was coming back, right? Yeah. But he was coming back at the direction of the central midfielder, Click or Sleece, who were back. They were saying, I'm back here and you go get on the outside. Okay? So you had Miranchuk coming back, and it was under a smart direction, right? It looked so good.